You couldn't sleep. How could you? How how could anyone sleep in someone's house when you never even what recognize that you would? It took you by surprise. You tried to convince him to let you leave, but of course, that wasn't possible. Currently, you laid still on a mattress, eyes believingly closed, but your consciousness still wide awake. It had been roughly 3 in the morning, and you hadn't managed to get a blink of sleep yet. Everything was comfortable, but you just had a very bad gut feeling. You were aware that bakugou was never good at expressing his feelings, and often he'd close his close off from the section that could called emotional department. The only emotion he showed is pretty much anger. You can barely understand him. Sometimes you question why exactly did you accept his forceful confession, or more like a demand. Some of some of the striking things he did were forbidding you to talking to anyone else but him. Although you knew he would be serious, you never took it into consideration. Like, did he want you to completely close off mentally? You'd like to think not. Thinking meaningfulness, things you waited for your exhaustion to surface, only to hear a crack of the door, signaling its opening. You quickly closed your eyes, pretending to be in deep sleep. It was silent for a moment, until you feel a strand of your hair being gently lifted up. You didn't know who it was. Bakugou's family all have spiky hair. It had to be Katsuki. What? Oh, yeah. As the fingering what? That sounds wrong. As the fingering touched fades away, you sense the mattress dip as a person sits. You could almost feel the intense stare burning holes into your being. Then suddenly you felt your heart race. He grabbed your waist, feeling the curves and the softness of your skin. You had never expected Katsuki to be like this, much less thought of him to be this way. The bed makes a silent sound as he... Am I allowed to read this? Mounts on top of you, resisting the urge to let out a gasp of shock when his face promptly buries itself in the side of your neck, his hot breath fanning at your skin. You tried to gulp, but you held it in. You swear you heard your breath hitch as Katsuki's lips were on top of your cheeks, mindly rubbing his nose on it. You would have enjoyed it if you were wide awake, and the sun was up, but it was in the middle of the night, and it was creepy just to think that Katsuki would ever do anything like this. His fingers came across your arms, feeling the tenderness of your skin. You wanted to shiver from the odd sensation. He sunk. Oh God! He sucked on a certain spot on your neck, being extremely careful not to wake you up. But you were, and the boy you were going to bolt out of the door when it's morning. You pretended to let out a moan, like you were gonna wake up anytime soon, and Katsuki was extremely stubborn to leave, however. He did. You opened your eyes, staring at the ceiling, trying to figure out what happened, or did you just dream it all? You knew you weren't sleeping. Looking at the window, you decided to leave as quickly as possible. Your quirk made you float in midst the air, so you had no trouble fleeing without anybody knowing. You don't know what to make out this incident, but if you hadn't pretended, would he have continued? After that, you avoided Katsuki at all costs.